Your tomb is empty now. You walked out of something that should have destroyed you, and here you are, still breathing, still standing, still searching for the reason why. This is not a coincidence. You did not stumble onto this video by accident. There is no algorithm powerful enough to explain why you are here at this exact moment, reading these exact words. Something deeper than technology brought you here. Something older than logic. Something that has been moving beneath the surface of your life for longer than you realize. You are one of the few, not the loudest, not the most celebrated, not the one who had it easy. You are the one who kept going when everything said stop. The one who felt things too deeply in a world that rewards numbness. The one who always sensed there was something more, something you were built for, something the ordinary path could never contain. Most people will never feel what you feel right now. Most people scroll through their entire lives and never once stop to wonder if the universe is trying to tell them something. But you stopped. You are here, and that means everything. Because what happened today, the moment that confused you, the thing that felt like it came out of nowhere, the conversation, the sign, the feeling in your chest that wouldn't leave, that was not an accident. That was a summons. And this message was written for you. If this message found you at the right time, type "chosen" in the comments right now and subscribe, because what comes next will change the way you see your entire life. Part 1. The architecture of your disruption. Something broke open in you recently. Maybe it was sudden, maybe it was slow, maybe it came in the middle of the night when the house was quiet and your thoughts were loud. Maybe it came dressed as a loss, an ending, a betrayal that cut so deep you still haven't found all the pieces. Whatever form it took, it was deliberate, not cruel, not random, deliberate. The universe does not waste suffering on the ordinary. It does not invest that level of precision into people who are not meant for something. When the ground shakes beneath someone chosen, it is not punishment. It is preparation. Think about the most painful moment of your recent life. Hold it for a second. Don't run from it. Now ask yourself, what did it force open in you that was sealed before? What did it make you face that you had been avoiding for years? What strength did it pull out of you that comfort never could have touched? This is the architecture of disruption. The chosen ones are not built in calm waters. They are forged in the storm. Every crack in your foundation was a doorway being installed. Every collapse was a ceiling being removed. You could not grow into who you are becoming inside the life you used to have. So it had to break, and you had to break with it. But notice something extraordinary. You did not disappear. You did not dissolve. You stood in the ruins of what you thought your life was supposed to be, and something in you refused to stay down. That refusal, that is not personality. That is not stubbornness. That is calling. That is the mark of someone who has a purpose so specific, so singular, that even their destruction becomes a direction. The people who were meant to leave left. The doors that needed to close closed. And now you are standing in a cleared field, disoriented and raw, wondering what comes next. That disorientation is sacred. It means you have been emptied to be filled with something greater. Your disruption was not your downfall. It was your design.
Part 2. Why you feel everything so deeply. You have been told it is a weakness. Too sensitive, too emotional, too intense, too much. You internalized the idea that your depth was a flaw to be managed rather than a gift to be understood. You learned to apologize for your tears, to shrink your intuition, to perform normalcy in a world that punishes those who feel at frequencies others cannot access. But here is what they never told you. Depth is not damage. Depth is design.
The chosen one does not feel deeply because something went wrong in them. They feel deeply because they were engineered to perceive what others miss. Your sensitivity is a SOMAR system. It picks up on the unspoken truth in a room. It detects the pain behind someone's smile. It reads the energy of a space before a word is spoken. It hears the universe whispering when everyone else only hears noise. You were never too much. You were always exactly enough for a world that desperately needs someone who actually feels. Think about the people you have helped without even trying. Think about the moments you said exactly the right thing at exactly the right time because something in you just knew. Think about how often you carried others through their darkness, even when you were barely surviving your own. That is not coincidence. That is calling. Your empathy is not a burden. It is a bridge. It connects dimensions of human experience that most people cannot navigate. It makes you dangerous to illusions and healing to wounds. The world does not need more people who feel less. The world is drowning precisely because not enough people feel enough. And then there's you. Feeling everything, processing everything, carrying everything, not because you were broken, because you were built for this. The weight you carry is not punishment for sensitivity, it is confirmation of capacity. You can hold this because you were made to hold this. The day you stop apologizing for your depth is the day your real power begins. Part 3. The pattern you have been living without seeing. Look back at your life for a moment. Really look. Not at the failures, not at the detours, not at the years that felt wasted or the choices that seemed wrong. Look at the thread, the invisible thread that runs through every single chapter of your story. The thread that kept pulling you forward even when you tried to ignore it. There is a pattern. Every time you were pushed out of something that felt safe, you found something better. Every time a door slammed, a window you didn't even know existed opened somewhere else. Every person who walked out of your life made room for someone who actually belonged in it. Every version of yourself that died was making way for a version that was more real, more aligned, more alive. You did not see it then, you see it now, because now you are ready. The chosen one does not recognize their path from the beginning. They recognize it in retrospect, when they finally turn around and see how every step, even the painful ones, was leading somewhere specific. You were not wandering, you were navigating, you were being positioned. Think about today, the thing that happened, Part 4. What you are being called to become. There is a version of you on the other side of this. Not the version that survived, not the version that endured, the version that emerged, fully themselves, fully alive, no longer hiding their gifts to make others comfortable, no longer shrinking their light to avoid standing out, no longer waiting for permission to become exactly who they were always meant to be. That version is not far away. That version is one decision away. The decision to stop treating your life like something that is happening to you and start treating it like something that is happening through you. You are not a passenger in this story. You are the chosen protagonist. And the chosen protagonist does not wait for the world to change. They become the change. They embody the shift. They walk into rooms, and rooms change. This is what you are being called to. Not comfort, contribution. Not safety, significance. Not the life that looks good from the outside, the life that burns with truth from the inside. The life where every morning you wake up knowing you are exactly where you are supposed to be, doing exactly what you were built to do, being exactly who you came here to be. You have been preparing for this longer than you know. Every book you were drawn to, every conversation that changed you, every breakdown that broke you open, every night you stayed up questioning everything, every moment you looked in the mirror and knew, deeply knew that there was more to you than what the world was seeing. That was training. You did not suffer for nothing. You suffered for this, for the person you are standing on the threshold of becoming, for the mission that will only make sense once you have fully stepped into it, for the people you will help because you survived what they are currently going through. Your pain was always a curriculum. Your story was always a gift. The question is no longer whether you are chosen. The question is, are you ready to walk in it? Your tomb is empty now. You walked out. You are standing in the light. Disoriented maybe, uncertain perhaps, but out. And that matters more than you currently understand. What happened today was not an accident. The moment that brought you here, the timing that felt impossible, the feeling in your chest right now as these words land in places you forgot were alive, this is the universe confirming what it has always known about you, what it has been patiently, persistently, powerfully trying to show you across every chapter of your life. You are not ordinary. You never were. You are the one who feels deeply in a world that has forgotten how to feel, the one who keeps getting up in a world addicted to staying down, the one who carries light in a world that has normalized darkness. You are the disrupted one, the sensitive one, the one who almost gave up but didn't, the one standing at the edge of their greatest becoming. This was always your story. You just needed permission to believe it. So let this be your permission. Let this moment be your turning point. Let today be the day you stop waiting and start walking, fully, fearlessly, completely into who you were always created to be. The tomb is empty now. You walked out. You were standing in the light. Disoriented maybe, uncertain perhaps, but out. And that matters more than you currently understand. What happened today was not an accident. The moment that brought